I'm not saying that ClickFunnels is dead, but what I'm saying is that this tool will not only code landing pages, but whole websites in under 8 minutes with just a prompt. Let me show you some of the ones that I built. All right, so this is an ebook sales page I made for my wife. It's about selling backyard chickens and making profitable eggs and all that stuff with your backyard chickens. All I got to do, I mean, it did the copy, it did the design, it did everything. And all I got to do is hook up a Stripe link and we are good to go on that one. This is another course sales page. This is for a friend of mine, partnering on a church marketing course. And you can see it made everything. We're just creating some thumbnails to go along with each of these images, but it's got the different pricing in here, testimonials. We just got to put in our own testimonials in there, and we are good to go. And you can see it's got a real nice smooth scroll effect for any of the different features. Let's see. But maybe you don't want to sell courses. Maybe you do lead gen. You're an affiliate for different lead gen offers. This is for a luxury charter jet company. Built this off of an example that I've seen in the solar market where they were using a page just like this to sell solar leads and making millions of dollars. And I was like, man, I would love to do that in the luxury charter jet space. So if you want to do lead gen, it'll build you websites for lead gen. And then this is for a local, this is a place that's right next to me. I was sick and tired of going to Google menu and looking up their menu. So I just built them a quick little website because it's just a prompt. Like I just dropped one prompt in there and it built this whole thing. All I did was add their own logo to it. But yeah, one prompt. This is not copy pasting copy out of ChatGPT and putting it in here. This is not drag and drop. This is one prompt, guys. You drop a prompt in there and it builds full blown websites. I added their logo and I added this actual photo from their Google Maps listing. But yeah, built them a restaurant website. If you're into the local business thing, this is something I've been teaching some guys. I had a Twitter post go viral where I was showing people how you can make $500 a day using this tool, like just dropping in a prompt. You make these websites for people. You shoot them a quick little Loom video showing them, hey, look, I built you a whole website. Do you want it? And then they reply back and you sell them for $500 each. So if you're into the local services market, this is a great tool for building websites for churches, restaurants, local businesses, dentists, all that stuff. But maybe you're not into the local thing. Maybe you want to do events and masterminds and stuff. So me and a buddy, we had this idea where we were like, man, what if we could just talk about Jesus and marketing all the time? And so it was just an idea. We were just chatting on the phone, had this idea, and I was like, you know what? Let me turn that idea into a prompt. And I dropped that prompt into the tool, and it whipped up this entire sales page. I mean, a gorgeous sales page for a 3-day event. And this is beautiful. It's got the application form, it's got the pricing, everything is built into this thing already ready for us to go. And so, like, if you want to just visualize an idea, now I was able to take this idea, visualize it, sent it to my buddy, and he was like, yes, let's do this. This is amazing. But I also wanted to see if I could recreate my own workshop sales pages because I've made tens of thousands of dollars. I think I'm over hundreds of thousands of dollars with my workshops at this point. So I wanted to see, can it recreate my own workshop sales pages? So this was its version. I would probably change up the color scheme a little bit, but again, this is just a prompt. Like I didn't write this copy. It just put all of this stuff in there. And then you can see it's got my agenda formula. You get testimonials. I would just have to update to my own, and then here it's got the pricing, and then it's got frequently asked questions, and it's already written all the answers to the frequently asked questions. Again, like I didn't write this stuff; it wrote it for me. But maybe you're not into that. Maybe you want to do even more than that. All right, so this, if it'll work. All right, so this one here is a mini site. I like to use mini sites. So a mini site is like a 5 to 7 page site, a couple of pages, and I use them for pay-per-click traffic, search engine traffic, or I use them for SEO. And this, with one prompt, coded the whole thing for me. This Google ads versus Facebook ads, that's just a good keyword for Adskills. And so I can put Adskills opt-in offers on here. I can put Adskills sales offers on here. And it built out. Now, this not only wrote all the copy, it also programmed and coded ROI calculators for me. So I'll just give you a quick tour. As we click on these little drop downs, you can see it wrote all this information. And Google just loves these kind of websites for search engine optimization, for pay per click. And as we keep scrolling down, you'll see there's a little monthly budget slider here. So it's like whatever your budget is, you can see what those clicks would cost you inside of Google or Facebook. So that's really cool. And then if we go to the ROI calculator, and I'll just refresh this really quick. If I go down here and I'm going to put in, let's say my conversion is 2% and I'm going to spend $100 a day, so that's $3,000. And then let's say my cost per click is, let's go $4. And then I sell a $6.99 a year program, so we put $6.99 in there, and you can see it's already calculated what my potential ROI is going to be based off of those numbers. So a $4 per click, $100 per day, 2% conversion rate. But I don't know, maybe I don't get a 2% conversion rate. Maybe I get a 1% conversion rate. All right, so then we can change that and see. All right, so I spend $3,000, I make $4,800, so I'm still profitable. That's not really profitable enough for me, but it lets you see how you're doing. It coded all of that for me. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't even have to ask it to code those things. I just gave it a prompt and it made those things for me. All right, here's another one. Maybe you're not into making mini sites, but maybe you're an agency and you want to create agency websites. This is an agency that I'm partnering on with my brother. It's a little church marketing agency. He's doing really good with Instagram and YouTube. They're actually reaching millions of people, and so he's going to start doing this for churches. And you can see it built out everything, designed everything. All I did was put the little logo in there. I gave it a couple of colors, and it wrote all the copy. It came up with the pricing, and you can see there's my brother there. And like I said, it's got all the frequently asked questions already written out for us, and a neat little slider effect where we can go to the different sections. All right, but then I was thinking, well, can it recreate my own website? Now, this is a tool that I use Webflow. Webflow costs hundreds of dollars a month, and it's a professional web design tool. Can this prompt tool, Lovable Replit, can they replace a real website builder? And absolutely. I mean, this is better. We're going to be making this live. This is better than my current homepage. You can see I put in the real testimonials in there, information about me, and so they can scroll down to the 7-day challenge. They can scroll down to the different workshops. They can go over to the blog, and we got to add some more articles in here. But it already wrote me blog posts, and then they can click on this little watch free class, and it'll take them to a little squeeze page where they can enter to watch the free class. So I mean, it will build out full blown agency websites, course business websites, but it gets even better, because what if you want to build like functional apps, right? So this is an app that I built. There's a lot of people on social media, they're saying like, where's that in the Bible? Is this actually in there? And so if you wanted to ask it a quick little question like, are angels real? You could hit submit on that, and what it's going to do, it's going to send it over to OpenAI through the API, and it's going to look and see, is that actually in there? And if it is, it's going to bring back Bible verses and education. If it's not in there, it's going to explain where this myth came from and give you some other advice and stuff like that. And so if I hit submit on this, you see that the first thing it does, it says, oops, you have to register. And that is because I want to collect emails from this. And so that when they enter their email, it doesn't, the password is stored securely. We don't look at the passwords or anything like that, but that email goes over to our email platform so that it's building our email list. So you can build free apps that are highly useful and that will help you build your email list. And then once I'm registered once, I can continue to keep asking questions. And it costs like 2 cents a question that people were to ask in there. And I can always add another feature on there that's like, only lets them have 5 questions or 10 questions or something, and then they can upgrade to pay. Let's see, here's another one. So let's say you want to build out a full niche directory. This is something that I'm building for Adskills, for our certified ad buyers. We're giving them free paid listings on our directory, and this is how we're going to kind of change our matchmaker program so that we can get plenty of clients for them. And so this is like an Upwork or a Marketer Hire, where media buyers and agencies can list themselves on this directory and get clients from there, then we will drive traffic to these pages and help them to get clients. And so you can see down here they can sort by category and see which type of agency or freelancer they want to hire. Down here it shows them the pricings for the different listings. They can put a free listing on here, they can do a premium, or they can do a certified listing, and that is the one that our certified ad buyers will get for free. But if they want to list on there, they can go ahead and list on there. It built the create a listing page. You can see here where they can choose the different listings and then enter all their information down below. All I have to do is connect this to Stripe and I'm ready to go. It's already made the directory structure. You can see here where people can search by name, skill. There's different filters, there's profiles, and so I just have to add more profiles into there. Guys, this tool is insane. It's not only building landing pages, it's building full-blown websites, it's building full-blown apps with a prompt. Not drag and drop, not go copy paste a bunch of copy. Like, you just drop a prompt in there and it builds these things for you. I want to show you this. That's why I created the Disruptive Adsmith Workshop. And you can get 50% off for a limited time. Click the link below. I'll see you there. Bye.